Good evening, friends of the Solomon Nelson channel. In this video, I'm going to share my recipe for protein fluff by popular request. Now, protein fluff is basically a very low calorie density sludge that was instrumental in getting me to single-digit body fat percentage during my most recent cut. Without further ado, let's get cooking.
I'm starting off by adding 250 grams of frozen raspberries to a large bowl. You don't have to use frozen raspberries, any frozen berry will do. I like using frozen strawberries, in fact that's what I go with most of the time. Frozen mixed berries work well too, it really just depends on your preferences and calorie budget. Raspberries are great, strawberries are even lower in calorie density, which makes them ideal for dieting. I proceed to nuke the raspberries in the microwave for 30 seconds. I still don't know why I do this step. I've never bothered to find out what happens if I don't microwave the berries first, but it turns out well enough whenever I do this, and I'm one for exploitation over exploration. Shout out to anyone who knows what that means. I proceed to add the raspberries, now thawed, to a mixing bowl. You'll notice that I lost 16 grams of raspberries. On my way over to the microwave, I was a doofus, and I dropped the bowl. Some of the raspberries were unsalvageable. I proceed to add 20 grams of casein protein powder to the mixing bowl. I've had success with up to 70 grams of casein protein powder before, so once again, this depends on your calorie budget and your protein goals. Casein protein powder works better in terms of texture than whey. I can't overstate the importance of using casein. Next, I add 20 grams of erythritol, or monk fruit sweetener, but any artificial sweetener will do. Next, I add 3 grams of xanthan gum, the secret ingredient. This adds crazy volume, but be careful with this stuff. It's not dangerous, but it has been known to upset people's stomachs, so only add as tolerated. If you tolerate it well, then you can always add more to increase the volume. Last, I add 100 ml of water. I'm going to mix this in a stand mixer for 10 minutes. This gets a lot of air in and increases the volume. It wouldn't be protein fluff without this mixing step. You can also use a hand mixer to mix the fluff. This is the final step. I mix on a low setting. You could probably also have success mixing on a moderate setting. I don't know which is better for increasing the volume. I experimented a lot when I made this recipe. There's really no one Solomon Nelson protein fluff recipe. This is but one of them. I'd vary the quantity of protein powder, xanthan gum, and I'd vary the berries from time to time, all with good results. This is how it looks after 10 minutes of mixing on the low setting. It's done. I distinctly recall that during my cut, I was able to get the volume greater. It might have been that I used more xanthan gum, it might have been that I mixed on a higher setting. Possibly some combination. Still, this end result is plenty voluminous.
Here's the finished product. Check this out. I can hold it over my head and it doesn't fall out. I need to use a spatula to get it into this bowl. I'll do just that. It's a handy rubber spatula.
Look at the texture. Can you believe that all of that volume right there is fewer than 200 calories in total? Unbelievable. It tastes a little bit like a sorbet, or at least when you're dieting on poverty macros it does.
Cop that.
There you go. Now, you don't have to add xanthan gum, but one cool thing xanthan gum does is it preserves the volume. If you don't add any, then it can kind of deflate. But if you add xanthan gum, man, this thing keeps its volume overnight in the fridge. So if you get so full from eating it that you can't finish it, then you can always just put it in the fridge and attack it later when you have more appetite.
Anyway, that's the finished product. Taste test. It's good.
If you want access to future recipes early, or you just want to chat, then you can book in a consultation with me, and with that you'll receive permanent access to my private Discord server for clients.
I've got a client right now, he's a personal trainer actually. He's preparing for a photo shoot and he looks incredible, by the way. He's been sharing his recipes, he's very creative, he's a smart guy, you can learn a lot. He's posting his recipes regularly, so do consider. Anyway, Thank you for watching the video. Hope this helps.
And of course, like and subscribe for more.